Entertainment back to present MadMizzy Sports continuous breakdown of the 2020 NFL playoffs. And today we continuing with the divisional breakdown and predictions for the Sunday 2 seed games where you had the Texans at the Chiefs and the Seahawks at the Packers as the last games. But before I get into my breakdown and predictions, let me do a little flashback into yesterday, and let me start with the negative and my wrong prediction of the Titans the Titans losing to the Ravens. I just want to say I'm proud that Derrick Henry is finally getting the carries he deserves, the praise he deserves, just everything. Since he came in the league, I've been mind boggled on why they haven't made him a bell cow carry back, like run this huge mammoth of a man. They don't want to tackle him. I want to say shout out to Jonnu Smith. Ever since Ryan Tannehill came and became the starter, he's just blossomed and truly became the new Delaney Walker in their system as not only a pass catcher, a runner, a blocker. I'm proud to say that I'm from the same city, same neighborhood, played for the same Pop Warner team as him. I personally didn't. I don't remember having any interactions with New. I probably did since we from the same neighborhood and have the same circle of people, but I'm not gonna claim it if I don't remember. But I'm damn sure proud that he's from my city, from my neighborhood, and I can say that I played for the same Pop Warner team. So big ups to Jonnu Smith, you feel what I'm saying? But let's get into the Ravens side of it. The only negative thing that I got to say about Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson's attitude once things were going bad. Bruh, you're an NFL quarterback, you're the head of that team, you're the face of that franchise. You cannot show such emotions when things don't go your way, especially that fast. You horse collared my man out of bounds after your interception. What was that, the first or second drive? You still got 50 minutes to play, bruh. Just chill. You feel what I'm saying? And for the people that's probably going to come at him, I'm going to tell you this. I love this performance yesterday because when he drops back, that man is a pocket passer. He is dropping back, climbing the pocket, surveying the field. I'm watching him like, bro, take off. Take off. Sometimes it did detriment him. You look at it, he had 300 passing yards, 100 rushing yards. He could have probably had 200 rushing yards to try to take over that game and dwindle back on some of that passing yardage. But I liked what I saw from him on the field. But the attitude thing you got to fix. But I'm going to just point this out to everybody before y'all go win and this, that, and the third. The game still literally broke down to 4 field goals versus 4 touchdowns, 12-28. So it wasn't this massive blowout that people are trying to make it out to be. It looked that way because Derrick Henry made them niggas look like boys. Now, on to my San Francisco 49ers, who had just a straight-up dominant win. Great game by Jimmy G. Besides what he had. The one interception of fucking Eric Kendricks, which was just a great athletic play by Eric Kendricks. You feel what I'm saying? I'll bring him over to San Fran. But great game by the running game, great game by the front line of our Niners, and great game by the defensive backs once we got Witherspoon out of there. If Witherspoon didn't start, that would have been our most dominating, most impressive performance of the year. We would have beaten them 27-3 with an opportunity to score more points. We just rammed the ball down their throat at the end of the game. We didn't try to switch it up, you feel what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. It was, I just feel confident because, honestly, I thought the Ravens were the most complete team. Now I feel as though we're head and shoulders the most complete team. The closest is the Chiefs, but Kyle Shanahan going up against that defense, I like our chances, you feel what I'm saying? But this analyst got the correction right. Show up. I got Vikings 10. No, I'm gonna say the Niners 27. Vikings, who was it? 10. Niners Mizzy 27. Gang. But now I got the Saturday 1 seeds out the way. Let's get into my breakdown and predictions for today's game of the 2 seeds. Let's start off with the first game of the day. We got the Texans at Chiefs. Of course, the Texans come in with the 14th offense, 2-2 down the stretch, 2-2 down the stretch, 19th defense. But their win last week is always good to win a playoff game, especially for Bill O'Brien. He needed that, but that game didn't feel like it's something that you feel confident moving forward. You don't feel confident moving forward with Deshaun Jackson taking those type hits and having to make those type plays in tight games moving forward, knowing that the teams that you're going to face are going to put up way more points. That's just it. They got to execute better. point blank period. Because honestly, the Buffalo Bills just left a lot of points on the field, and Deshaun Jackson made a miraculous play at the end of the game and snuck up out of there with a W. But I do not at all feel confident about their team moving forward against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I don't feel confident against them moving forward against the Kansas City Chiefs because, like I said, the second most complete team in the playoffs right now, besides my San Francisco 49ers, are the Kansas City Chiefs. They come into the playoffs with the fifth ranked offense, 4-0 down the stretch, seventh ranked defense. D started off slow to start the season, but as they ended the season, Frank Clark seemed like he was a good pickup by the Kansas City Chiefs. Tyrann Mathieu formed into the perfect replacement for Eric Berry. I like what they're doing defensively. I love what Andy Reid does off of buys coming into the first playoff game. Let's not forget 3 NFC Championship games. So that means he always would win that divisional round. I got them coming in and straight up dominating this game. Of course, not Lamar, but Deshaun is going to make some plays. He's going to make it tough. It's going to look like it's a chance. But I feel as though the Chiefs pull away with the Texans having 17, Chiefs 38. Now, let's move on to the last game for Sunday and what, in my opinion, based off their history, should be the most intriguing game of their entire divisional weekend, especially since Saturday started off with 2 blowouts. I got Sunday starting off with a blowout. I feel as though this is probably going to be the only close game, with the Seahawks going to Green Bay to face the Green Bay Packers. We already know the Seahawks come in with the 9th ranked offense, going 3-1 down the stretch. No, did they go 2-2? I think they went 2-2 down the stretch. 2-2 down the stretch, come in with the 22nd ranked defense, 3rd in turnovers. That's really what they rely on as a team. But last week, they didn't create any turnovers against a backup for most of the game in the 40-year-old Josh McCown. I do not feel confident about that. And just to speak on that game, like I said, it's always good to win a playoff game. But it is also how you win that playoff game. This isn't the BCS where it's about, how you look so we get votes. No, it's going up against that next team. You're going up against a healthy Devontae Adams, a healthy Aaron Rodgers, a good running attack with Aaron Jones having over 1,000 yards this rushing year and a lot of rushing touchdowns. Y'all going to have to perform better. I don't like that performance down the stretch of Russell Wilson. You think about you take away that second half of the Niners game, he's playing poor down the stretch. So for me, I have to see a lot more from Russell Wilson. I have to see a lot more from the Seattle Seahawks. You had to sneak out a win against the Eagles and stop Josh McCown from running in for a game-winning or a game-tying touchdown against Josh McCown, who's 40 years old, who tore his hamstring in the first half of the game. Y'all better play a lot better against the Packers, because I don't think you're going to be able to just play that conservative brand of ball that y'all played. So y'all better be ready to come out here and win this game, not lose it. You feel what I'm saying? Because you look at the Packers, they come in with a well-rounded team. They got the 15th ranked offense. But we know what they can do. They can explode at any time, in my opinion. You still have one of the most transcendent passers of the football. You got Pat Mahomes, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got John Elway, Dan Marino. The 4 most transcendent passers of the football. And he has a defense with the 9th ranked defense and them being 7th in turnovers. They're very well-rounded on the defensive side of the ball, with the Smith brothers on the outside creating a pass rush and their defensive backs making plays. I like them. You feel what I'm saying? You think about the last 4 opponents. They went 4-0 down the stretch, so they were all wins. They beat the Redskins, Bears, Vikings, Lions. I like that. And I say I like that because the last 2 wins were against divisional opponents. Actually, the last 3 wins were against divisional opponents. The Bears, the Vikings, the Lions. When you're secured in your spot, what does your division opponent try to do? Knock you out. You feel what I'm saying? And for them to go on that run, win them all, lock up the number 2 seed, I don't think they're going to squander that opportunity. I think they will win this game in a close one. I have Seattle 20. I have Green Bay 24. And another thing that adds into me taking Green Bay is just the history of of Seattle versus Green Bay recently. They've played 4 times in the regular season, with Seattle winning 3 of those games, but Seattle winning 3 of their home games and the Packers winning their other home games. So I think it's going to be a close game, but I think The cold weather in Green Bay is going to lean way more towards the Packers, their health, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, their pass rush. They will make it happen. They're going to win. They're going to see us next week. I'm going to keep it special for my predictions on that. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm excited. 17th NFC Championship game appearance. Most all time. Proud to say that, man. Y'all know what it is. MadMizzy Sports. This is my breakdown and predictions for the Sunday games of the divisional round. Y'all know what it is. Like, comment, share. Gang.